Good morning guys and welcome back to my channel. So today we have a little bit of an early or semi-annual or pre-declutter, whatever you want to call it. And this is going to be a perfume declutter, and yes, this is a real one.
Operations?
This is not a test.
This is not a drill. This is a real life declutter. So I know that I said I wouldn't do a declutter until the end of the year and I would do one huge epic massive declutter, which at the time sounded really fun and like a good way to go. However, I think I underestimated the amount of perfumes I would receive throughout the year, and I underestimated how much room they actually do take up when you just let them accumulate, especially as somebody who has a YouTube channel. It's not just the perfumes I purchase. There's so many other things that come into my house as a content creator. They take up a lot of room, and there are perfumes that I just don't need any more time with. These are perfumes that I'm decluttering today that I just don't need any more time with them to know that they are not going to work out. There is absolutely no point in me holding on to the ones I'm going to be sharing with you in today's video, aside from the fact that to hold up a statement of like not decluttering till the end of the year, that would be the only purpose. But really, I think that it makes sense to do a mini early declutter or a partway through the year declutter just to free up a little bit of room in my closet and also recoup a little bit of cash to put towards other perfumes. There's a lot of new perfumes out there that I would like to try, but of course perfumes all are costly and I need to make room for them in my collection as well. So to me, it makes sense to do a little bit of an early declutter. I'm not going to be getting rid of a huge amount of perfumes in this video, just a small amount that I definitely don't need any more time to know that they're not working out for me. Most of them I don't think will surprise you. I've talked about quite a few of them before in recent chopping block videos. So if you are new to my channel, thank you so much for stopping by. My name is Alithia, and on this channel we do talk a lot about perfume. So if that is your thing, definitely head on down and subscribe. And without further ado, let's get started in today's declutter. Alright guys, so like I explained in the intro, today is going to be a little bit of an early or like a pre-declutter, or you can look at it as like a semi-annual declutter if you want to. I'm not sure if I will have to do another one later toward the fall or if I'll be able to wait until the end of the year as I initially intended. But like I explained in my intro, these perfumes are just taking up space in my closet. They are some that I definitely know I do not need any more time with them. I know I'm not going to regret decluttering them. Some of them are already repurchases. They're perfumes that not only have I tried once, I've tried them twice. There might even be one in here that I've tried 3 times. And so hopefully third time's the charm, and I know that these are not going to work for me. So as you can see, I do have my coffee here and we are set up in front of my shelf in my bedroom, which I absolutely love. I have a little candle going. For those of you who will ask, this is a candle that I got from HomeSense. I'm not sure what the brand is, but it is a really nice woodwick candle and it smells really nice and calming. It smells a little bit like a spa. I do have this empty perfume tray here beside it, and this is what I'm going to be putting the perfumes in as we go through the declutter. I'm not sure if they'll fit. I think they'll fit, but yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing, just going through one at a time and putting the decluttered ones here on this tray. As always, I do either gift or sell my perfumes, and I do prefer to do it privately versus on other platforms because other platforms tend to take quite a lot of the money. So if anybody is interested in any of the perfumes that I will be getting rid of, please do send me either a DM on Instagram or an email and let me know and we can work something out. Because I'm located in Canada, there will definitely be preference given to Canadians just for shipping and stuff like that. It makes it a lot easier, so yeah, just keep that in mind. But definitely do send me an email or a DM if you're interested in any of the fragrances. And I think with that out of the way, why don't we get started? Okay, so the first one that I'm going to be decluttering is actually pretty new to my collection. I just got this one the other week, and this is Victoria's Secret Tease Candy Noir. This is one that I don't need to give any more time to. I know right off the hop that this is not going to work for me. I liked it in the store, and I think I had a different idea in my head of what it smelled like in the store. After I got it home and I smelled it on skin and I spent some more time with it and I read some reviews and I saw what the notes were, it started to bother me and I had a different perspective on it. And a lot of people say that this reminds them of Mon Paris from Yves Saint Laurent, and that is one of my least favorite perfumes. I'm not a huge fan of Mon Paris. I do like the Eau de Toilette, but not the Eau de Parfum. And this one does have quite a prominent note of raspberry. So even though the dry down of this is actually quite heavenly, it's quite nice. It's very like vanillic tonka bean. It's really, really nice, and it actually has pretty decent lasting power. I just don't think that this is going to be a favorite. I already don't really feel like reaching for it. And like I said, it does remind me a lot of Mon Paris, which is kind of a no-no. So yeah, this one is going to be going. The second one that I'm going to be decluttering, this one might come as a shock to some people. I don't even think I've talked about it before in like a possible perfume declutter video or like a chopping block video. This is Sarah Jessica Parker Lovely. This has been one of my favorite perfumes for a long time. This is one that I've worn to bed. You can see how much I love it just based on how much is missing from the bottle. And I mean, really, some people would say, why don't you just use it up? There's not that much left. It's like 25%, 30 left. But honestly, you guys, I'm just kind of over it. I don't really enjoy wearing it all that much anymore. Its time has passed. It is a beautiful scent, but I have not been reaching for it for like probably the last 4 months or so. It's just been sitting there, and I think it is time to let it go. So yeah, I don't even think it's worth selling or anything. Obviously, there's hardly anything left. I might just drop this off in a donation box and see if anybody wants it. The next one shouldn't surprise anybody. I've talked about this one in quite a few perfume chopping block videos where I talked about perfumes that really were not jiving with me anymore, that I was pretty sure I was probably going to let go of one day. It's really sad because the bottle is so beautiful. How pretty does it look right now? So this is a kind of a caramel, coffee, and violet fragrance. It's very floral. It's quite a lovely scent actually, and this one would be beautiful for like everyday wear, signature scent, wearing it out for a date. But there's something about it once it gets on my skin that just doesn't agree with me, and it kind of bothers me. It almost makes me a little bit nauseated. I'm not sure what it is. It's really weird because when I smelled this one in the store about like 6 or 7 months ago when I got it, it smelled so different to me in the store than it did when I got it home. So I don't know if this is like a bad bottle. I don't think it is. I think it's just my nose playing tricks on me. So Dolce & Gabbana, The Only One, is also going to be going. This is another one that shouldn't really surprise anybody. This is Burberry Her Eau de Parfum. This one I have been trying to make myself love for such a long time. I was so easily influenced that every time I heard somebody talk about this perfume, it made me feel like I needed it. It made me feel like I wanted it in my collection. And I thought, there has to be something wrong with me. What's wrong with my nose? Why don't I like this? Why does everybody else seem to like it? So many people compare it to Maison Francis Kurkdjian Baccarat Rouge. Personally, I don't really get the resemblance. For me personally, I much prefer Baccarat Rouge. I much prefer Ariana Grande Cloud, those kind of perfumes. This one is just a little bit too like strawberry, cherry, tart. I really have a hard time with strawberry in perfume, so I do think that that is part of the problem. And this is just one that no matter how many times I come back to it, I've been revisiting it for months now, and I still don't like it any more today than I did a few months ago. I was really hoping it would grow on me, but it's not going to. So Burberry Her needs to find a new home. It looks like I might actually have room for everything on the tray. This tray looks like it's actually going to hold a lot more than I thought it was when we first started. I'm just going to take a little coffee break. Definitely feel free to have some coffee with me, you guys. I do have to say that drinking coffee and decluttering perfumes or organizing perfumes is one of the best simple pleasures in life. Nothing honestly brings me more peace and joy than coffee and perfume. So thumbs up this video if you can relate. All right, so the next little baby that is going to be going is Versace Crystal Noir Eau de Parfum. I do have the Eau de Toilette. If you guys watch my channel, you probably know that the Eau de Toilette version of this has quickly become one of my favorite new perfumes. I really, really enjoy it. Also, my boyfriend loves it. It's one of his sexiest perfumes on me, he says. So yeah, I really like the Eau de Toilette. I find it to be a lot brighter, and there's just something more sparkling about it. This one is a little too like woody and like peppery for me. It's a little too deep. There's just something about it that just doesn't quite sit the same way that the Eau de Toilette does, and I know that somebody else out there will love this. I mean, essentially this smells pretty much the same as the Eau de Toilette if we're being honest. It's just this one's slightly darker and the EDT is a little bit like brighter smelling. So yeah, not a bad perfume in the slightest, really gorgeous. I know this will make somebody really happy. The next one is one I don't think I've talked about before in a declutter video, and this is Burberry Brit Rhythm. This is actually quite a nostalgic scent for me, and you can see that there is a little bit missing from the bottle because for a while there, this was one of my bedtime scents, and I don't think I'm going to regret passing it on because even though this is a nostalgic scent and it's really nice, I don't love wearing it as much as I once did. It kind of just sits there. It kind of falls to the bottom of my list. My daughter actually really likes the way this smells. She says that it reminds her of me. I think because this was a signature scent of mine a long time ago, and I think she's like remembering that. So I might actually see if she wants to keep this as like a keepsake or to remind her of me as she gets older or what have you. But yeah, it's just not one that really needs to be sitting in my perfume collection any longer. The next one is in this beautiful, vibrant fuchsia pink bottle, and this one, you guys, I literally got because I had seen it pop up in a couple of videos, and again, I was very easily influenced. This is not my type of perfume in the slightest. This is a very fruity, like bright summertime perfume. Any of you people out there who love a fresh, juicy, fruity scent that literally smells like you took a bowl of like guava and passion fruit and like put your face in it, that's what this smells like. It's very, very like, it honestly makes my mouth water because it's so like tart and juicy smelling. It's incredible. It does have like a cotton candy and a little bit of like a vanilla dry down. It's really, really nice. The reason I'm not keeping it is because it's just not me. It's just not my vibe. It's not my type of fruity perfume. I prefer like fruity florals or something with a little bit more vanilla or something like that, or some caramel or whatever. This is just not, I think, complex enough for me. Part of me feels like I might regret letting it go just because it's kind of like a nostalgic perfume. Matte Candy Yum Yum, if I didn't say it, by the way. So many people love this one, and I feel like it's just like a perfume collector's must have or must try, just because of what it is and that it's from MAC and it's been around for so long. But yeah, it just isn't me, and it smells like something I would rather drink than wear. So I'm not sure what I'll do with this one. If anybody's interested, let me know. I might also see if my daughter is interested in this one. So Matte Candy Yum Yum definitely has to find a new home. The next one is a cheapie. This is Britney Spears Fantasy Intense, and this one I've actually think I decluttered it before in another video, but I'm sharing it again because I had originally decided I might just keep it because I thought the bottle was leaking, but actually, you guys, the bottle isn't leaking. So I actually had a few people write me and ask if I would part ways with this, and I was reluctant to send it anywhere because I didn't want the bottle to leak, but it has not leaked at all. So I think it's actually pretty good to give to somebody. I don't think it's like ruined or anything. But this is a really nice scent. This is like, basically smells the same as the original Britney Spears Fantasy, but this one's like deeper and more intense. It has like a stronger kind of a chocolatey cupcakey note, and it is quite scrumptious. My boyfriend loves this. It's actually one of his like probably top rated perfumes that I've shared with him. He goes crazy for this. Unfortunately, I do not. And I need to also enjoy the perfumes that I'm wearing. I can't just wear something for the sake of somebody else. I also have to enjoy it. Otherwise, I would just keep this for date nights. But yeah, it's just one that I keep trying. I keep coming back to it, smelling it. I've sprayed it on myself. It's just not my cup of tea. I actually would like to revisit the original Fantasy just because it's been a long time, and I'm curious to see if my nose has changed and if I would enjoy the original Fantasy better. This one's just a little too sweet for me, so I'm definitely going to find this one a new home. The next one is one that, again, I don't think is going to surprise anybody. This is Armani C Eau de Parfum. This is my second time buying a bottle of this, hoping that I would see the magic that everybody else saw. It's not that I don't like this perfume, you guys. I actually really love it. I really don't like the performance. And I was hoping that after I had it for a few months, it might be richer and the performance might be better and it might have like more depth to it, but it really doesn't. And like I told you guys, my preference is Armani C Intense, the 2021 version that came out. I have actually 2 bottles of that one, and I absolutely love it. It intoxicates me. It's so beautiful, and it basically smells like this, except it's a lot deeper and a lot stronger. So I don't think there's any point in holding on to this one as much as I love the bottle, and I'm very easily influenced. So every time I see somebody talking about this perfume, it makes me want it again, but I'm gonna have to fight that urge because I just know that this one doesn't work out for me. Like I said, second time trying it. I think I finally learned my lesson. I guess time will tell. So this one has to find a new home. The next one is probably going to surprise and shock a lot of people because this is an incredible scent, and it has been, I wouldn't say it's been a favorite, but it is one of, I think it's one of the most beautiful fragrances that I have or have had, and I was the most excited to get this one. And this is Mon Exclusive from Guerlain. If you have not smelled this before, it essentially smells like Mon Guerlain, except it is richer, deeper, denser, and a little thicker. This one has a note of, I think, buttered toffee or something like that in here, so it is a little bit richer and a little bit more sensual than Mon Guerlain. It's not quite so airy. This has amazing lasting power. This is also discontinued, so it is worth a pretty penny. I paid a pretty penny for it. I've only used a little bit of it. I think that the amount that's missing is deceiving because the bow bottles don't come very full to begin with. But yeah, if anybody is like a collector or would really love to get their hands on this, please let me know. It's gorgeous. The reason I'm letting go of it is because I have a couple of weird things. Number one, I have kind of a complex where I don't want to fall in love with something that I cannot repurchase. The idea of wearing a perfume until it's out and loving it and not being able to find it again really bothers me, and I don't think I'll be able to find this again. The other thing is that I have Mon Guerlain and Mon Guerlain Intense, and those two perfumes are enough for me. They do it for me, and they're not discontinued. So I feel like I should just stick with and fall in love with and continue to wear the ones that I can repurchase. And this one is also very deep and very thick and very heavy. It's not quite as versatile as Mon Guerlain. Mon Guerlain, I feel like you can wear anywhere, anytime, day, night, office, date night, work, whatever. This one, I have to be in a special mood for it. It's a little bit more like nighttime version, and it's very dense, like I said. So yeah, just personally, I do prefer the original Mon Guerlain. So Mon Exclusive is going to find a new home as well. So you guys, we are getting down to the nitty gritty. We have 3 left after this one, and I think we will just have enough room on the tray. So this one is Scandal from Jean Paul Gaultier. This is, again, my second time revisiting Scandal or having it in my collection. And I thought that the second time around, this was more tolerable for me. The first time I ever tried this, it was just way too much honey. It was way too dense. It gave me a headache. I just couldn't handle it. And then, of course, I kept trying it in the store, One day when I put it on in the store, I felt that it was so beautiful, and I just kind of went very lightly with it, and I had like a new experience with it, and I thought, you know what, I think this one could work for me. But no, after I've gotten it home and I've worn it a couple of times, I have realized that it's definitely just too heavy for me. It is too much honey. I just think that there's no way I'm ever going to be able to do any of the Scandal perfumes, so it was worth trying again because my boyfriend loves it. It has amazing performance. It does smell incredible. It's very unique, so it was definitely worth giving it another chance, but I think I have learned my lesson this time when it comes to this one. It's just not going to work for me. So Scandal is going to find a new home as well. The next one is probably going to shock some people. This is Kilian Love Don't Be Shy Extreme, and I know this one I thought I was in love with. I was in love with it for a while. This is a powdery marshmallow rose scent. It is so beautiful and so sweet and so intoxicating, and I actually like this a lot better than the original, or I thought that I liked it better than the original. What has happened with this one is that when I've worn it, it has definitely given me a little bit too much powder lately. I'm finding it almost a little bit suffocating with all of the powdery notes that are in there, and it just is not doing it for me anymore the way that it was. So it's a gorgeous scent. I still 100% recommend it. It's an incredible fragrance, and I know that a lot of people absolutely love it. But yeah, the other thing about this one is that I actually have discovered that I prefer Parfums de Marly Oriana. Oriana is like a whipped cream, berry, kind of a sweet, I think orange blossom and neroli fragrance as well. It smells pretty similar to Love Don't Be Shy, and it smells pretty similar to Love Don't Be Shy Extreme, except Oriana is just like a little bit sweeter and not quite as powdery, and I just prefer that one a lot more. So I've discovered that that is the orange blossom neroli scent for me. This one is not. I know that this will make somebody else so much happier, so I would like to give it a new home before it's old, before it goes bad, and it's still brand new. So yeah, Love Don't Be Shy Extreme will find a home. The second last one that I will be decluttering is MAC Creme De Nude. A lot of you guys probably saw this coming, but this one is also my second time giving it a shot. I don't know, again, I was very influenced. I saw some people talking about it, remembered that it was really yummy, thought that I wanted it back, realized again why I let it go the first time. There's something about the leather in here that I just don't like. There's like a leather suede note in here. My boyfriend actually really likes it, but I just don't. There's something about it that kind of bothers me. It's an incredible scent. It's very creamy, very powdery. I actually really, really like it. Like, that's why I got it back. That's why I wanted to try it again. But when I do wear it, there is something about it that just kind of rubs my nose the wrong way, and I can't get past it. So again, it was worth trying a second time. And unfortunately, you guys, I'm human. I'm very easily influenced. Even after I declutter a perfume, sometimes I'll hear somebody talking about a perfume and I will be like, oh my gosh, I never should have let it go. And then I reorder it, and it's kind of stupid, I know, but it is what it is. Hopefully some of you out there can relate. Hopefully I'm not the only person who is like that. But yeah, so MAC Creme De Nude does need to find a new home, even though the bottle is so pretty. and it is a really lovely fragrance. Good lasting power too, by the way. We are slowly running out of room on my tray, but it's okay because we only have one left, so yeah. I think we'll make it. And lastly, the last fragrance that needs to go and find a new home is my 100 ml bottle of Xerjoff Lyra. This is an incredible scent, you guys. This is so good. I've talked about this before though in quite a few recent chopping block videos where I talked about perfumes that might not be making it or that I wasn't really loving anymore. Not that I don't love the way this smells. Like, let's get one thing clear. I want to put in that disclaimer. This is still one of the best gourmands I've ever smelled in my life. My problem, you guys, is that, like I've told you, I'm finding out I don't really like to smell super gourmand. I prefer to smell a little bit more floral, a little bit more complex, whatever, musky. Just, I like to smell a little bit more perfumey. This is incredible, but it smells like something I want to eat. It doesn't particularly smell like something I want to smell like. A lot of other people might disagree, but that's just the way it is with me. There's been quite a few like gourmand perfumes I've tried that, although they were great, they didn't last in my collection because they just smelled too much like actual food. And it doesn't mean that they're not amazing. This is like a delicious like lemon cookie, orange, caramel, vanilla. It is so good, you guys. Like, if you have not gotten your nose on Lyra, you need to, because it's amazing. It's a masterpiece. But yeah, it's just not something that I always enjoy wearing. It's just something that I'm not liking wearing anymore. So I know that there will be somebody out there who gets a lot better use out of this and who loves it and who will actually wear it and enjoy wearing it all the time. So Lyra, as beautiful as you are and as expensive as you were, I'm going to find you a new home. And you have a spot on my tray right here. Sort of. All right, so there we have it, you guys. I've kind of rearranged them a little bit to get them to fit. Those are all the fragrances that are going to be finding a new home or that I'm decluttering. This is a very small amount of what you can expect to see at the end of the year. But I really needed to find these ones a new home because, like I said, I just know they're not working out for me. They're taking up obviously a lot of room. They're sitting in a drawer. They're not getting used. They may as well go to somebody else's home, and then I can hopefully recoup a little bit of money to put towards other content for you guys, other perfumes. There's lots of perfumes that have just come out that I want to try, but of course perfumes cost money. So as much as I kind of wanted to do one huge declutter at the end of the year, to me, it just makes sense to do like a small mini declutter, get a few out of the way and make room for some new ones. And yeah, it just made sense to me. So hopefully you guys can understand that. I know I was looking forward to doing just one massive declutter at the end of the year, but I do think that this makes sense. And yeah, that's about it for today, you guys. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye. So that was it for today's video, you guys. I hope that you enjoyed watching, and again, if you haven't subscribed, I would love if you would do so. We do a lot of hauls, unboxings, reviews, declutters, things like that on this channel. We also do a lot of minimalism and home decor and things like that. So if that is of interest to you, then I would love if you would stick around, and see you guys all very soon in my next video. Bye for now.